To quote a great poet of our generation, Miss Taylor Allison Swift, it's been a long time coming. And by that, I mean my recommendation video about QuickBooks Online alternatives. Now, I've done tons of content over the years on QuickBooks Online, and let me tell you, y'all have some feelings. I get so many different comments about frustrations that you have with QuickBooks, or just simply looking for additional alternatives to QuickBooks Online for various reasons, and I hear you. Now, for several months behind the scenes, I have been doing digging and research and demos and talking to companies to really try to get a feel for what else is out there going into 2025. Now, I'll tell you, I did the same research 5 to 6 years ago, and unfortunately, there really wasn't anything that was up to par that could really compete with QuickBooks Online at that point in time. However, we're living in a different world today, and I've been really impressed with some of the changes and updates and new features that some of these other companies have been rolling out, and I think QuickBooks has some competition on its hands. So while I'm still a QuickBooks user and affiliate, at least for the time being, I want to be able to give you some additional options if for any reason QuickBooks Online just isn't right for you. If we haven't met, hi, I'm Jamie Trull, CPA and financial literacy coach, and I am here on this channel giving you all the tools you need to be informed, organized, and profitable in your business finances. So please, please, please like and subscribe. It means a lot. And please make sure to stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to give you some tips on how to save money on these accounting softwares. So my first new recommendation is Xero, and that's Xero with an X, not a Z. Now, in all of my digging, I would say Xero is probably the most similar to QuickBooks Online in terms of all the different features and things that you can do with it. If you've watched this channel, you probably know that the reason I use QuickBooks Online is because it has all the features I could potentially need to run the accounting side of my business, and then some in a lot of cases. I love the reporting, I love the accounting features. It's just extremely robust. Now, that's especially true if you have the higher versions of QuickBooks Online. I don't love the lower versions as much. Those, I think there are other alternatives that may work better and be more cost effective. But if you need all the bells and whistles, QuickBooks Online is great. But Xero has really started to catch up to them in terms of the features and capabilities. And when I see the changes they've made in the last 5-ish years since the last time I really delved deeply into Xero, I can tell they've put a lot of work into making this super usable and super user-friendly. So I would actually give the edge to Xero from the standpoint of usability, user interface. I just think it's friendlier. I think it's a little bit easier to work with. QuickBooks Online feels a little overwhelming. So if you tried QuickBooks Online and the reason you gave up on it was because it felt really overwhelming, but you need those features, well, Xero might be the best thing for you. And the great thing about Xero too is that you can grow with it, right? Whether you need all the features right now, whether you need the inventory tracking and the project tracking and all of that, you can get started on Xero at one of their lower packages, which are a better value, in my opinion, than the lower packages that QuickBooks Online offers, and it can grow with you. And so as your business grows and needs more features, just like QuickBooks Online, you can upgrade into the actual package that you need. And one of the other reasons that I really like Xero is that it's very clear they're focused on growing their user base of small business owners, right? They're not just focused on the bigger businesses. They're truly, truly trying to get more businesses in the US onto their platform, these true small businesses like you and I. Now, Xero started in Australia, so they actually are super popular in other parts of the world, but they didn't really have all the capabilities they needed for the US specific market, and that kept people away from moving to Xero for a long time. But now they have really prioritized those US specific needs into the Xero platform, and you can tell. And they're really putting a lot of effort behind getting more small business owners to choose Xero over QuickBooks. Meanwhile, QuickBooks Online has been pretty clear in the marketplace that they're focused on more medium-sized businesses, or what they call mid-market, and they're focusing less and less on small business owners. And that's also clear in the fact that their pricing keeps getting higher and higher and higher at those lower tiers. So a couple of years ago, where QuickBooks Simple Start or QuickBooks Essentials would have been perfectly fine for a small business owner and would have been a cost-effective choice, these days they're really getting more and more out of the realm of what a true small business owner can afford. Now, if you want to get a feel for how it looks inside when you log into Xero, this is essentially what it looks like. So I'm in their demo company. And again, I love a good dashboard. They have a great dashboard that you will log into and see some important things about your business just at a quick glance. Then you're going to have a business tab where you're going to be able to do a lot of the typical things that you need to do in your business. So invoices, online payments, if you need to do quotes, right? There's various different bills to pay, purchase orders. I mean, you pretty much have everything that you need within this platform. So here's what it looks like. If you go to invoices, you're going to be able to see at a glance all of your different invoices. You're going to be able to start a new invoice. There's lots of different things that you can do within this tab. So a lot of the things where you're just running your business in general, you can do from this business tab. Now, accounting is where we're going to get into the more accounting, GL specific types of things. So you're going to be able to add your bank accounts just like you can with QuickBooks. You can actually set up a direct integration. Xero integrates really, really well with tons of bank accounts. And so that's a direct integration versus having to use a third party. So that means less running into situations where things don't come over correctly or you're missing transactions. And you can also compare balances really quickly here between what your statement balance is and what your balance in Xero is, and you can go and reconcile those transactions. So one thing I noticed is they've really improved their reconciliation process now within Xero, and they're continuing to put out new features around reconciliation to make this even easier. I know that they are rolling out some new AI features as well really, really soon at the end of 2024 here. I was at XeroCon this year, and so I saw a ton of really cool stuff that's going to be rolled out very, very soon. And then you also have your projects tab where you can put in your time, your staff time. You can do all kinds of project tracking, which I think is really, really great, especially if you have a service business and you need to track the cost of various different projects. You can do that really, really easily right in here. And then you've got your contacts, your customers, your suppliers, all of that right here as well. So it's set up a little bit differently than QuickBooks is, but a lot of the same features are within here. And again, some people may find this even more user-friendly than QuickBooks. So overall, for the price and the usability, I really like Xero as an alternative to QuickBooks Online. It is still a cloud-based software, so if the reason you don't want to move to QuickBooks Online is maybe because you were using desktop before, then this might not be the best fit for you because you're still going to be online cloud-based, subscription-based, but most accounting softwares are moving to that model. It's harder and harder to find good accounting software that is desktop based unless you go for a really high-end tier that a lot of small business owners don't really need. Now, if you're looking to get started on Xero, definitely use my link, jamietrull.com/Xero. Again, that's Xero with an X. And you're going to be able to get the best deals on Xero at that link. They do change, but right now we do have 75% off for 6 full months, which is a really great deal. So definitely make sure to check it out. And if you want that deal, you do need to sign up from my exact link. If you click anywhere else, it's going to take you to their regular pricing. So again, if you want that 6-month deal, then you're going to want to use my link directly to sign up for it. Now let's talk about my second recommendation to be an alternative to QuickBooks, and that is FreshBooks. Now, I'm almost surprising myself by saying that, and that's because years ago when I was working one-to-one with clients, I had a few on FreshBooks and I made them all switch to QuickBooks because I hated FreshBooks. And the reason was, from an accounting perspective, it wasn't a full accounting system. It didn't have double entry bookkeeping, meaning there was no way to generate a balance sheet from it. So it was essentially just a glorified spreadsheet. And if you're going to use a glorified spreadsheet, just use a spreadsheet. It's cheaper. I have one. Go get it. But if you're going to pay ongoing accounting fees, you really want to make sure it's a true accounting software, meaning they're doing true accounting. They're doing double entry bookkeeping behind the scenes. You have the ability to make journal entries. You can customize the chart of accounts. All of those things are really important. And you're essentially not just keeping a laundry list of expenses. Now, since that time, FreshBooks has changed a lot. I have been in it. I have been doing the tutorials. I have been talking with the team, and I'm really seeing all the changes that they made. One of the biggest in the last several years has been adding true double entry bookkeeping and putting a lot of features that you need in it. Now, I really like FreshBooks, especially because if you are cost conscious, it is the lowest of these three in general that you can get started on. But it's not for every type of business. So one thing about FreshBooks is they're very clear about who their ideal client is, and that is a service-based business. So maybe you're self-employed, solopreneur, side hustler even, or you have a small team. This is perfect for you. It's really not meant for a product-based business. They don't have a lot of capabilities around things like inventory. You can track some limited inventory in there, but again, if you have a lot of assets you need to track, if you have a lot of inventory and capabilities you need over there, it's not really going to be the right solution for you. I would take a look at Xero or QuickBooks Online for that. But if you have a pretty simple service-based model, then this might be perfect for you. It may have everything you need, and it's really built with someone like you in mind. And just to show you that, I'm going to show you a little bit in here. This is just walking through what it looks like to create estimates and proposals for your clients. So if that's something that you do, all of that is built into this software. It's not just an accounting software. It can do a lot more than that, and I really like that. So anything you might need, time tracking, profitability tracking, all of that is built in to FreshBooks. And one of my favorite things about FreshBooks is you get all of the capabilities even in the lowest priced package. So what that means is if you need project profitability, you get that from the very lowest package, and your price only changes the more of it that you need, right? So for the certain first number of clients, you're going to be able to be fine on the lower package. As your business grows and you have more clients and more need for it, that's when you move up to a different package. Unlike QuickBooks Online, let's say, where if you need to be tracking project profitability, you have to be on QuickBooks Plus, which is one of the higher tiers of QuickBooks Online, in order to be able to get access to that. So I really like that about FreshBooks because it's really focused on true small businesses, self-employed people, and your price is essentially based on how much business and volume you do versus what types of tools you need. So I think that really caters well to very small businesses, self-employed people, people who have service-based business models that are pretty simple. So if FreshBooks has piqued your interest at all, go check out more at jamietrull.com/FreshBooks. And you can also see what deals we have going right now. Now, I am an affiliate for all of these companies, and the reason that I am is because I want to be able to offer you the best deals and because it helps support me being able to make more content just like this. So if you have more ideas for content or things you want me to do tutorials on, definitely let me know in the comments below. And if you're still trying to figure out which of these is best for you, go to jamietrull.com/accounting. And over there, I compare Xero, QuickBooks Online, and FreshBooks. And I even have a flow chart that you can look at to help figure out what is going to be the best platform for your type of business and even for what's most important for you, because we're not all the same. We need options. It's really important. And in this space for a long time, we haven't had a lot of great options. But now, thankfully, in 2025, we do. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your experiences. Please let me know what else you want me to do content on. Make sure to like and subscribe. I will be doing more content on these different accounting software. So if you're getting started on one of these, I definitely would make sure you are subscribed to this channel for more information coming up soon. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon.